BlueDog Fundraising eLearning Module Series, a new way to engage with fundraisers. The Office of Development of Yale University is an organization responsible for the donor relations and fundraising for the institution. All operational research, endowment, facilities, faculty, staff, student aid, community investment costs, amongst others, are raised through the efforts of this office. The development of fundraising officers is vital to the provision of funds necessary for the continued success of Yale. In this need to develop fundraising staff, there is a request for e-learning solutions due to the travel requirement for donor relations. E-learning will provide more opportunities to engage core staff in the annual required donor cycle training modules currently only offered in the classroom by outside consultants in person. The annual training in the classroom currently only trains about 100 fundraising staff, and this is tracked by the Yale's training management system via course registration. Moreover, the goal is to engage the remaining 350 fundraising staff members in these skill-based trainings that hone the learning process of securing a gift from a donor. The 5-module e-learning series of the donor cycle are identification, qualification, cultivation, solicitation, and stewardship. The Yale Office of Development has minimal fundraising-specific e-learning training resources. Research would suggest that e-learning can offer many values to the organization beyond the transfer of knowledge, to include financial savings and more accessibility to learners than in-classroom trainings. Source: Skillsoft. Training provides staff with a deeper understanding of their roles while growing their confidence to accomplish professional goals. Source: 2020projectmanagement.com. The great ability to perform tasks at a high level and the confidence in maintaining donor relations is critical to the success of the capital campaign at Yale. The goal is to create an e-learning resource for the frontline fundraising officers based on the 5 stages mentioned above. Learning objectives are as follows. The learners will be able to identify, cultivate, solicit, recognize, and steward a Yale donor. The learners will also be able to learn diversity, equity, and inclusion methods to connect with diverse donors. Learners will gain new knowledge of best practices in fundraising. And last, learners will gain skills to help them reach their capital campaign goals. The goal is to promote an opportunity to engage learners of all memory capacities, especially those with limited memory ability. In doing so, we can assist in the promotion of growing and sustaining the skills required for fundraisers to meet their goal in the capital campaign over the next several years. Furthermore, cognitive theory, cognitive load, coherence principle, cognitive theory of multimedia learning will all play a key role in the redesign of learning content that has a great impact on the learners devoted to the financial sustainability of one of the most prestigious academic institutions in the world. The solution will include the redesign of content, subject matter expert engagement, and the building of an internal website page. Each subject matter expert will partner with the training and development manager and other subject matter experts within and outside the department at other Ivy League offices of development to create the course content for each module. Each module will be offered in a 2-hour session to include time sections for time management, live video, narrated storytelling, donor highlights, and multimedia components. There will be 5 module sections including a case study, group activity, and scenarios. The 5 modules are identification, qualification, cultivation, solicitation, and stewardship. The technology to be used will be YouTube, Google Search, Camtasia, PowerPoint, Powtoon, and a Drupal website to create the content. Use of the internal talent to create content will reduce the current cost of $10,000 per course for 5 courses annually, which is the current course to hire a consultant and the former AVP of development at Duke University. Moreover, this new delivery of learning will promote accessibility and a self-paced transfer of knowledge. This in turn promotes the capital campaign goals of growing talent and conserving funds. The frontline officers are the most important roles in the Office of Development due to their responsibility of securing the funds for all Yale University functional costs. The continuous development of the frontline staff is crucial towards the current capital campaign goals. To engage in these training sessions, frontline staff will need to use their university credentials to log into a CAS-protected Drupal website. Once on the website, a user will be able to access all 5 modules on the Training and Development page. Each module will be set with a learner outline, PDF activities with video instructions, course completion on PowerPoint and Camtasia, and will have the ability to engage in a forum-like conversation with peers through a comment section under each module. Each module presentation will begin with a title page, learner objectives, instructions for accessing activity PDFs, and video instructions, as well as content in support of the objectives. Each module presentation will end with a final slide with a QR code and instructions on how to complete the course survey. Each section of the presentation will be timed, and the times will be displayed to allow the learner a self-paced learning experience. In addition, the Drupal website will track traffic to the website page by username and frequency to help measure effectiveness. The frontline officers will experience a user-friendly website. The top panel will clearly list the sortable categories, and they will be able to select from HR and recruitment with a drop-down for talent management. In this area of the website, a section will be designed for learners to easily engage in the 5 donor cycle sessions. Each section will list a date for the update last made and a name for contact for any program questions or issues. Each module will have a picture header and will list links for videos, presentation, and activities. The learners will have a comment section again to engage in Q&A with subject matter experts or peers. The learners should feel stress-free in this self-paced environment that is accessible via laptop, iPad, iPhone, Android device at any time. There is also a download option to save any documents associated with each module. This flowchart was developed to show the process a learner will go through to access the eLearning donor cycle modules on the internal Drupal website that is only accessible to Yale staff and to the development and alumni affairs departments. This sample content slide is an example of one of the PowerPoint slides of the first donor cycle module, identification. Here you will see stats used to highlight the different ways in which to receive a gift via 4 different relationship types. In summary, Yale University is almost solely supported financially by their own graduates. The learner is tasked with developing important relationships with the alum to assure all areas of the university continue to be funded, thus making them one of the most important employee groups on campus. Redesigning their current professional development content, which hones their professional skills into an e-learning, self-paced, easily accessible learning experience via website and multimedia components in support of a deeper learning experience is the key in the longevity of Yale's endowment. The prototype showed a learner-friendly process that allows a smooth and welcomed learning experience on the Drupal website for frontline fundraising officers as they travel the world building solid relationships with alums and securing funds in support of their current capital campaign. Thank you. And for more information, contact Danica Kemp Avent.